Your neighbors can really, in some cases, if they're really, really good or really, really crummy, make or break how much you like where you live. It's the 194 Morning Playhouse, and that's why we do Narc on Your Neighbor, an opportunity just to air out that dirty laundry of the most frustrating neighbors you've ever had. And if you're some people, every neighbor you've ever had sucks.
Not every neighbor. I did have a really amazing couple that were my neighbor when I lived in Moorhead. I guess even when in my apartment now, I used to have friends who lived in the building, but they're no longer my neighbors.
And then it's just the butts that remain?
Yeah, basically, the butts are the ones still around.
Is it possible that you're the challenging neighbor?
How? What am I doing?
I don't know.
Nothing. No, the upstairs guy, he's so loud. I don't know. It sounds like he's falling all the time, or he's dropping bowling balls.
I mean, there's a chance the poor guy is falling all the time. That does happen.
Why? He's not falling all the time. It's not some old man. He's a fit adult.
Okay, maybe he's dropping weights.
That's what it sounds like. He is so loud. But can I tell you, this is crazy that we are doing this today. I haven't even told you about this. I'm leaving for work this morning, and on the front door of like our apartment building, so not my unit, but my building, there is a long piece of paper. And it must have, I guess, I haven't left my apartment all weekend, so I'm not sure when this actually went up.
Could have been 3 days ago. We don't know.
Could have been on Friday. It wasn't there when I got home on Friday, but there was a note. Someone's dog pooped in the hallway. And it wasn't on my floor because I didn't see this. I didn't know about this. And then they've wrote, like, this is disgusting. You need to pick this up, which I agree. That is so gross. Then they wrote an update yesterday. At like 7:14, update. The poop is still in the hallway. Please pick this up. Someone now has wrote on it too, like someone else who lives, and they were like, that's not from my dog. My dog's poops are much larger.
Status update, Monday, 6:42. My dog's also.
So someone's dog pooped in our building on one of the floors, and someone didn't pick it up. Like, that is so disgusting.
So has it just been there for now days?
I'm guessing.
Gross.
It's not on my floor, and I'm not going to go explore.
You should write, update, it wasn't a dog.
No.
And then put a sad face.
That's gross.
Hashtag explosive diarrhea.
But, and like, things like this have happened. I feel like there's someone who is just lazy and gross that lives in our building that they're letting their dog, one, poop in the hallway, and they're not picking that up. But there's someone, and I don't know if it's the same person or we just have a couple jerks. Like, someone will order food, and I don't know if the food sits out there for long or if another person comes. I don't know what's happening. But the food gets kicked and knocked all over.
Oh, well, you don't want your food rolling around places where there's dog poop
And then
everywhere.
they just leave it. But that's in our entryway. Like, there has been ranch or like milkshakes that have just spilled all over, and they don't clean it up. If that was me, I would run up to my unit and go get some paper towels or something. Clean up after yourself.
Well, but also in the DoorDash era, maybe we should not be like purposely knocking people's milkshakes over.
And that's what I don't know if
Watch
someone
out.
else is doing that too, because then that's a jerk move. You go down there and you notice someone kicked your milkshake over.
So you live in a terrible place,
Basically.
it would seem. Narc on your neighbor, you're just crummy, awful, story-worthy neighbor.
Yeah, my neighbor she's basically like the mayor of our street. She will text me if the garbage can is out for an extra day, or if, like, she'll post in the Facebook group if someone parks in front of her house, even if it's, like, perfectly legal. She's one of those people who retired just to, like, monitor every single person in the neighborhood and let them know anytime they're doing anything that she thinks is incorrect.
Like neighborhood watch.
Basically.
Those are sometimes the most entertaining neighbor, unless you're on their target list. Like, if you are willing to just gossip with them and be like, yeah, I can't believe so-and-so didn't bring in their garbage can yesterday. Like, they can be fun because you get some fun stories out of them.
Until, yeah, you're on that list.
Like, oh, we noticed, blah, 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 blah. About your home.
Someone said, my neighbor's dog constantly gets loose, and every time it happens, they say, oh, he's friendly, don't worry about it. Okay, but your friendly dog is chasing my kids down the street. Friendly doesn't mean my heart doesn't stop every time.
Isn't it funny that the ones that are so quick to be like, no, he's friendly, he's friendly. You're like, are you sure?
Yeah, because why is he running?
It just doesn't feel for foaming at the mouth. It's bubbles of joy.
We have a coworker who brings in their dog, and my bathroom is almost across, or my office is across from the bathroom. I was walking to go to the bathroom the other day, and him and his dog are coming inside from the other way. So it's like we're almost making a T as we're walking. The dog starts running after me. So then I'm trying to like power walk to the bathroom because I'm getting nervous. This dog is sprinting at me, and I'm trying to shut the door of the bathroom behind me. It was terrifying, and I didn't hear him yell for his dog or anything. The dog is just lunging at me.
Listen, I told you, Rabid Roger doesn't like to be at home. So I bring him here.
It was terrifying.
People are like, that's a weird nickname. It's not a nickname. He's literally Rad. He's got the rabies. Are we seeing some Narc on your neighbors?
Yeah, someone said my neighbor complained that my kids were playing outside too loudly. It was during the day. Then one time they complained when my dog was barking. They complained when my trash was out too long. They complained with my Christmas lights. I think she just hates joy.
Narc on your neighbor, your most story-worthy, frustrating, just neighbor.
This is the Playhouse in the Morning on Y94.
Someone said my neighbor would blow his leaves into my yard every fall, and I know it was intentional because I watched him do this from his yard directly towards mine. So I waited until he finished, then blew them right back into his yard. We had a leaf war for about 3 weeks.
You know, already it's a weird thing to do, but when you know you've been busted to the point where they blow them all back, you don't do it again, do you?
Someone said I was the bad neighbor. I lived in an apartment and my downstairs neighbor was complaining about my footsteps, and I thought they were being dramatic until I realized I was leaving my work boots on every day. I was just too lazy to take them off, so I was basically stomping around in my heavy boots.
Narc on your neighbor.
So my neighbor, she's kind of newer to the neighborhood. So one day I said hey to her to just try to, make her feel welcome. And maybe that wasn't the best thing for me to do, because now whenever I'm outside, which is a lot because I come out to get fresh air, water my flowers, whenever I come out, somehow she knows I'm outside and she comes over and she starts talking to me. The last time she came over and started talking to me, I was outside talking to her for 45 minutes.
That's way too long. Good Lord.
Right. I escaped. Then the next day, I came outside to water my flowers, and she came out again. I don't know if she's watching me out the window. So I didn't feel like talking, so I pretended to take a phone call, and I turned my back on her.
I do feel bad. She sounds like she's lonely, but at the same time, it's like, read the room. It's hot out here. We're out here too long. Wrap up your conversation.
Right. And get this. When I turned back around and ended my pretend phone call, she was still there waiting on me.
Oh, no. Small talk by definition is supposed to be small. Small topic, small length of time, small talk.
Someone else said, my neighbor loved chatting when I was leaving for work. I'd be carrying my coffee, my bag, clearly going to my car, and he'd start a 30-minute story. I had to start pretending like I would have a phone call and there was an emergency and I needed to leave right away.
Narc on your neighbor, that story-worthy, frustrating, crazy, wild neighbor. Narc on your neighbor.
Yeah, absolutely. I have this neighbor who's kind of a recluse. Like, we never really see her. She kind of stays inside all the time. And, we've all tried to be friendly and, come say hi, and she just kind of always ignores us. Well, recently, we think she has a problem with how we do things, and has decided to draw her complaints using sidewalk chalk about how we behave in the neighborhood. And it's like a cul-de-sac. And so she will draw in the middle of the street, in the cul-de-sac with chalk, basically her complaints with us. So the first one was a stick figure with their dog and a pile of dog poop being left behind. And so we were like, okay, I see what you're complaining about here. And then the next one was a trash can and a person dragging the trash can back. And mind you, they drew it on trash day, so it hadn't exactly been that long, but I guess we left the trash cans out too long. And then there was one of a boombox clearly being played too loud, just normal neighbor things. And now it's become a thing where every day we come outside and we're okay, let's see who's been drawn on the sidewalk of shame. So that's what they've resorted to for having confrontation with us without having to actually speak to us.
So rather than interact like just, humans, they're passively aggressively doing like sidewalk chalk artwork to communicate with you, you think?
I think so. I mean, it's like dead in the middle of the street. I mean, I think the only thing they could do to make it more explicit would be to draw an arrow at the specific house. So yeah, I think she just like doesn't feel comfortable talking to humans, and this is her way of showing her displeasure.
And you're sure it's an adult and not like a child?
I mean, they're pretty good drawings. Like at first, it was a stick figure, and I was like, oh, this is just a kid playing around. Maybe this is like a weirdly passive aggressive kid. And then they started to get more detailed, and I was like, I don't think a kid is drawing this. I also feel like maybe this person needs like an artistic outlet. Like, I don't know. I kind of appreciate them at this point because they're very detailed.
I guess semi-related thought. Do you know how to draw a middle finger? Just saying.
I've thought about it, but I'm afraid I don't know how that's going to escalate. Like I think about like that Netflix show with like the murderous neighbors, and I don't want to push this neighbor. I just want to bring my trash cans in and not show up on the sidewalk of shame. It's kind of my strategy right now.
I know you think it's annoying, and it's a great Narc on Your Neighbor story. I would love that in my neighborhood. I wouldn't want to be featured on it, but wouldn't it be? It'd be great fodder for you and the other neighbors to be like, oh, yeah, she's complaining about the Johnson's house. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun.
No. Wait until she draws something you're doing.
I also think that sidewalk chalk is one of those things where, and maybe this is just with children, but it tends to be a magnet for other people to sit down and start drawing. Maybe you just sit down and you start drawing.
Everyone's adding their grievances.
Draw a picture of her drawing on the sidewalk. No. It's like Inception. It's a complaint within a complaint within the complaint.
Someone said, I had an old neighbor who was convinced everyone was stealing from him, so he installed security cameras everywhere, except they weren't real cameras. He literally put up a fake camera, pointed at the driveway, and I asked him why, and he said it's just keeping people honest.